love his wife and how good of a wife she is and how good of a man he is and all this other stuff, right? Like all the good stuff, all the good sides of life, right? A grown man who cannot afford to pay $4,700 in property taxes so that his family either don't have to move or don't lose their home. Online telling people, like he told TV Head, he got the bag, right? And TV Head embarrassed him and handed him his ass and said, you do not have the bag. Prove it. Prove it. That's all we need to do. Whenever they come to you about accusations and this person that and that person this, tell them to prove it. When I go over to IG, I'll show you. Police has been on a clout chase. Blaze has been on a clout chase. This is a clout chase. Whenever these people attack, they was triggered. Pat, congratulations. Jonty and Kim. I'm always in my head, I have to keep telling myself it's Jonty, but sorry. Jonty and Kim, congratulations. Jonty proposed to Kim this weekend. It was so cute. You know, she turned around and was like, oh my God, you know. And Blaze went live and was like, he just says, I ain't even gonna repeat it. He just said some silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just said some silly stuff because he was triggered because people are moving forward and they in the same spot. Matter of fact, they less than. Like in the last 90 days, Polisa has a $5,000 something loan that she now has to pay back or is gonna tear her credit up to pay her $1,900 light bill. She had to take out a loan. Blaze property, probably at this point they've either served him or he know it's coming. So he said, we got a family member that do real estate and we're gonna move there. But here's my thing. If you couldn't pay $80 a month in the trap, because that's trap, mug be jumping, then what make you think you can afford to pay a couple $1,000s in mortgage or rent? I know you can't get a mortgage because y'all owe Progressive. Y'all owe everybody. You got 2 tax liens. Your trash is terrible. So I know you ain't getting a mortgage, so you finna leave from paying $80 to go pay somebody like, no matter where you live, you're gonna have to pay property taxes. They might do a homestead, they might freeze it, but you're gonna pay property taxes. You're gonna pay taxes until the day you close your eyes. And even when they buy your services, it's a tax on that too. You're gonna pay taxes. So you're supposed to go from not having a mortgage or a rent to somewhere where you got rent and you're supposed to somehow be okay. You couldn't pay the 80. So what make us think you gon', well, you know, not my problem. Your finances is not my problem. You can't come for me for mine. You can't come for me for my husband because you call him white. I don't care if I took that man essence and poured it into a white man body, I still would marry him. I still would love him and I still would be with him. That don't bother me. That don't bother me. White, pink, purple, blue, love who you love. If it applied to the community, it applied to the world at large. Love who you love. You're not bigger or badder because you married a black person or because you did not marry a black person. That don't make you better. That's the problem and how I know that you guys feel substantially less than the cool kids that y'all attack. Radio, not even knowing it, is one of the cool kids. This Negro gets straight depressed. If I call radio in here, that Negro gonna be triggered and depressed. He literally believed and thought that my husband of several decades was like not living with me. And had a love child and was running around and they literally believe that shit. They believe I owe Capital One with 2 stacks sitting in a Capital One money market account. 3 now. Because I'm still moving to prepare to buy your house. You cannot destroy what you didn't build. You can't put pressure in nobody's life or relationship unless we allow you to. You use police to gain access. Talking about, well, then if you don't side with us, then you're a predator. But y'all the predators. I don't record people essay stories. I didn't cam up a woman that tried to out a minor child for clicks, likes, and views. This hat is for that baby. I'm not LGBTQ, but baby, trust me, when I tell you I've ever questioned everything about my damn life, like, am I supposed to be with a man? Am I supposed to be with a woman? Is this natural? Is that natural? Am I supposed to pay my light bill before it gets to $1,900? Or do I let the shit get cut off and go get a loan? You're gonna question, for any little LGBTQ questioning child that see this live, it is okay to question every part of your life. And when you find your people and where you supposed to be, you're gonna fit right in. You're gonna fit in there like swimwear. You're just gonna slide right in there. You're gonna feel like you belong there. Whether it be on a straight spectrum, and it's a spectrum, or on the LGBTQ community spectrum. And guess what? It don't matter which side you on, both or all, you still motherfucking awesome. And nobody can take that from you. So if you talk to somebody in confidence and they break that confidence for you that you gave them, which is a gift, don't give them no more gifts. They're done. They off the Christmas list. They don't deserve you. Because there's adults like us that love you. And we are your biggest fucking fans. Okay? Just like that little car and Lightning McQueen, we are your biggest fans. We are rooting y'all on. We want you to inherit the world you want to have. And I will never cam a woman up or a person up to out somebody's sexuality, orientation. And if they do, they belong to the block list and they belong to the stars. They gone. It's not about that. But see, Polisa agree with that. She's okay with that. Remember, she outed Mo. And say that again. Remember, she outed Mo as a pansexual woman. She's okay with outing people. This woman has been trying to be famous or infamous for a long time. And since she can't be famous or infamous, then she's just going to be an annoyance. So what do we do about an annoyance? Y'all, we do what we do. Come on now, we a community. I'm talking to the white people. I'm talking to the black people. I'm talking to the Asians. I'm talking to the natives. I'm talking to Latinx at large. We do what we do as a community, and we excommunicate them. We leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because people are literally going from that man's page to my IG page to see my response. So every time that man attacked me, I'm going to post something positive. I'm going to post something affirming. I'm going to post something pro LGBTQ plus IA community. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change because I didn't make that benefactor book because I wasn't paying attention. And they taking too much of my time away. And I got to go be awesome. I got to go be good. And I'm not being good by fighting some people that can't pay their property taxes, can't pay their basic utility bills, running around on troll pages, sitting in cars and ain't got no house to go into, drinking from water hoses, telling people that somebody lost their life and they shouldn't have took the action that they took to save yours. I'm not that girl. I appreciate every day that's given to me, everything that's given to me, even these people that I bought things from. They took the time with love and packaged this stuff to make sure it didn't get broke. It didn't get damaged. They took their time and they sent this stuff to me. I'm going to appreciate life and let them keep dwelling on what they dwelling on. You don't like me because I'm one of the industry plants, which is translation for one of the cool kids, and I'm not one of the cool kids. I'm a grown-ass woman with big grown bills. I just ain't got time to play around with you. I don't shampoo hair for a living. I don't do that simple stuff y'all do. Y'all cam up every day. Blaze have been live. I went back and counted what the llamas captured. I went back and counted over the last 2 weeks. That man had put in 40 plus hours of live. And the llamas and other pages that I seen that people captured his lives. 40 plus hours of live. So that's averaging 20 hours a week. That's a part-time job. We talking about a man whose wife had to cash out the money for a pizza to the daughter and send her in one of the most notorious hoods in the United States to go purchase a pizza. Walking through the hood. A hood that this man said, we put pressure on people on this block. That baby had to walk on the block to go get a pizza to bring back and feed his family while that man was sitting in the house. The wife told us the man is SLOW, y'all. In the R word. She basically saying if you engage this on, you are part of the problem because he is gonna be SLOW. Man ain't got no reasoning skills. No logical skills whatsoever. His logic is blowed out. His own family contacted Cuban and said, hey, this man's a drug addict. He does this. Block him on everything. Block him on everything. He laughed when a black woman got flipped on her face by his sister, who is a police officer. It's really funny because that's my sister. Laugh out loud. I wouldn't have never showed up to one of my relatives flipping a black woman on her face and do a laugh out loud on that post. The man ain't regular. And we keep engaging this man on the cuckoo ladder. And I don't want to be on the cuckoo merry-go-round anymore. Like, when I speak, people in my real life listen because I'm usually a voice of reason. I'm usually the one that sit down and be like, well, okay, let's look at our options. I'm on this fighting with somebody with 3 front teeth. Why am I on TikTok fighting with somebody with 3 front teeth in a house that he can't pay the taxes on? Because he not a cool kid. And ain't never gonna be a cool kid either. You're creepy and people don't like you. And my ear won't stay up, so I'm real agitated. You creepy. Then you run over there and go find passport bros and send them back to attack me. Now I got some extra passport bros I gotta flame real quick. It's a never-ending cycle. My AirPods ain't even on. Tell me my AirPods at 10%. I'm like, my AirPods, I ain't even using my AirPods. Ugh, AirPods are trash. You creepy. You came on this app. Okay, the Tyson Fury thing. So the man was sitting in his car coughing and screaming about people helping him sue for somebody King explained to me today about that Deontay Wilder fight and Tyson Fury. I'm not a huge boxing fan. So I guess they felt that the black guy was cheated and the white guy was given that title, whatever it was, right? And so this man sat in a YouTube in his car and was like, come on guys, we can do it. Give me your money so I can sue this man that's worth $60 million because he got a title I don't think he deserved. I'm not a rich guy. Y'all remember that? The llamas dropped it everywhere. So you not a rich guy, and I'm supposed to give you my money to go sue a millionaire that's gonna extinguish your little line of credit, your little money, because that man can run you through court for years, right? You ain't got that type of money. You not a rich guy. I see why, because you do stuff like that. So that's a bad investment. It's a bad investment. No ROI, no return on investment. So I'm supposed to send you money so you can go sue some random guy because you thought that the other guy should have won. But why ain't the other guy suing though? Wouldn't he be the one to sue? Where you fit in on this act? Wait, let me grab an alpaca book so I can write this down. Because I need to understand how you came all the way from wherever you came from to go sue two other people that was having a boxing match. And I'm supposed to fund you to do that. And then when people didn't donate, because most people are like, memes like, woo, that's a bad investment, I'm not getting in that, right? He goes on to say that you black MFers are all the same. Shaking your butt on the internet. White people are so much more advanced than us because they put education in books and we don't read. And if I need to, I'll have the llamas run this back for y'all. So, what King said today, they black white supremacists. Ain't no way you gonna tell me someone that's pro-black would ever hold those thoughts in their head that we are inferior because you can get education. So let me say this, education and knowledge is two different things, okay? Education and knowledge is two different things. I can go sit my butt, I could be a rocket scientist, right? All I gotta do is sit in class and get a rocket science person degree and work my way up till I'm an astrophysicist, whatever rocket science degree you gotta get to be that, right? As long as I can regurgitate what they tell me. Regurgitate, right? But that rocket scientist, well, he can't put no cabinets up in your crib or do your roof. You ain't gonna want him to touch your electricity, right? That's knowledge. That's knowledge versus an education. You got a lot of educated fools out here and a lot of knowledgeable people that get looked down upon because they don't hold a PhD in whatever. But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to the educated fool and I'm also gonna listen to the person with knowledge. It's two different things. Education and knowledge. It's two different things and they are not mutually exclusive or inclusive. Yes? My kids always get the furthest they can in the house and call my name. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Since I done messed up my doggone ovaries book. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. I ain't got no choice at this point. Okay. Anyway. So this man told us that only Caucasian people are intelligent because they put their information in books and that we're not smart. We're not smart. We are not intelligent because we don't read books. Black people don't read books. So of course, I don't know any black doctors or lawyers or people with PhDs. I don't know any black people that can build you a house from the ground up or pave you out a driveway, or black farmers or black astrophysicists. Y'all stupid with these polls. I don't know none of them people. Knowledge base, and you having knowledge and getting knowledge is a personal choice, but he attacked us for that. Y'all, everything these people attack y'all for is because it's something lacking in them. And then let me tell you the other thing. We watched this man take credit for I Speak in Tasha's situation, right? We watched him take credit for T. Nathan going to jail. We watched him literally come out and say, I've done these things. And I'm doing this for what? Because it started off about his child, right? So you mad at a whole bunch of other people because a woman said something that you didn't like about your child. Where they do that at? Like you literally is angry and upset Y'all, somebody get Cookie Monster, because I thought she was supposed to duel me so she could talk about her business, but she might want to do it tomorrow. Don't forget, we got KCCC tomorrow with King for the businesses. So you literally sat here and attacked people because a woman said some unpleasant things about your child. But then you can say unpleasant things about people on this app and their kids. You sat there and called Pat Child heavyset. Janty Child heavyset. Let Scholar come up in that live and say all kind of egregious and ignorant stuff about that man's children. I think or them days children. But somebody said something unpleasant about your child, and somehow that fight morphed from with that one person to E.B. Ready to Jaunty to I Speak to this person and that person and that person and that person, all the way down the line to me. Right? All of that fighting, You're still about to be homeless though if you don't come up with $4,700 or somebody don't take mercy on you and let you move into their crib, some type of housing. Because the city of Philadelphia is going to put you out of that crib. So all that fighting you did, all that tussling, y'all ain't got to send gifts, y'all. I don't need the gifts. But thank you. Just tap the screen. I appreciate you. Just tap the screen. All that fighting you did is the same reason why I didn't end up on the benefactor list for my charity that I adore and love. You spent more time fighting with imaginary cool kids on TikTok than you did taking care of your business. You spent more time on TikTok going live, making up imaginary struggles and trying to get clout and trying to be on YouTube and trying to do all this other stuff than you did taking care of your business. Because if you was a real father, what that woman has said about your kid, if she even said it, the way you portray it, wouldn't have even bothered you because you know your child a lot better than what somebody on the internet said about your kid. That's why I laugh at everything y'all say about me, because your opinion of me, shit, is the same thing. Don't mean that. I don't care what you think about me. I feel just as proud working at Popeyes as I do if I was the CEO of Merck Pharmaceuticals. You don't define my worth. Nothing y'all say about me define my worth. I want everybody to say this. You do not define the terms by which I live. You do not define my worth. You will never define my worth as a woman, as a black woman, as an adult, as a mother, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, as a venture capitalist, as a farmer, as that bitch. You will never define my worth. I will never give that power to you. You create no safe space. You made so many faux pas last week. Even police was sitting in your life. I just don't feel safe. You know what I do? When I feel like stuff finna go south, I end my portion of that live with that person. I drop out the box. I dip. I ain't got to sit here and argue with you. Time is money. And money is effort. Sitting here arguing with you for what? Because after I get out of that box, you ain't going to change your thoughts. Change your thoughts, change your world. You're not going to do that. I changed my thoughts. Like, literally, I was sitting here thinking, this fight, this thing that morphed from this woman going to the Airbnb, going with Mo. This woman told people, now I want you to hang on to this portion of this story because I'm going to talk about it later on IG. This woman told us that Mo attacked her on the casino floor, right? And she took Mo to the bathroom, not to splash water on her face, but pushed her into a stall, right? Right? After she told us she wasn't drinking like that, but we see her turning up with the white man. That she was so traumatized that she didn't even realize she was being assaulted, right? Now I want you to twist that and look at it the other way around. Think about it. And I don't want nobody to get triggered, but I want you to think about it. If you were going to assault someone, would you do it on the casino floor or in the bathroom? Or when she was sleeping at the foot of your fucking bed? The foot of your bed. Remember, she slept at the foot of Closet Talk 101 bed in her house. I get you back at the crib. I wouldn't dare. She told us that she slept outside in Vegas, and I call cap because everybody know in a desert-like situation, typically it'd be kind of cold at night. And if you was at somebody's house and you sleeping outside, when you think the host would be like, why you sleeping outside? Unless it's like an area built, because there are some people got them areas built where you can sleep in and it's just moderate, you know, the climate control rooms, etc. But why you sleeping outside? She slept at the foot of that woman's bed. Came to the internet, came on Beyonce's internet and told us that woman tried to essay her on the casino floor with cameras, guards, people walking by, other gamblers. Told us that she barely drank. The llamas ran it back. Every drink she took, partying and turning up. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta want to see it in order to understand it. They not gonna see it over there, and the ones that do see it, they can't leave. They trapped. He's recorded them. That's why his true support base is only so many people, and the rest is everybody else in there recording them, trying to catch them, giving such greatest hits as Communicate, Ammonia. So this woman tried to attack you on the casino floor. You take her phone, you end the live, you kidnap her and run her to the bathroom, hold her hostage in the stall. Y'all stop with these doggone poles. Run her to the stall, right? She was drinking that liquor straight, baby. She was take your shirt off, twist it around your head like a helicopter. I seen the video when the llamas put it together. I was like, can't fuck with her no more. It was embarrassing. And it was a white man, and she sitting on her calling people crackers. And then her business partner's a white man. I'm gonna ask, why is Rennie light skinned and your baby daddy husband dark skinned and you dark skinned? I said what I said. Same to me. You like crackers. I'm asking the questions that y'all ain't gonna ask. That baby yellow. That man, the color of my doggone tire. I seen him. He handsome too. And Police, you probably about my color or a little bit darker. Come on, beatbox. I ask the questions that don't nobody ask. So where you get this little yellow baby from? I got yellow babies. I know where I got them from because that peen is yellow. So I knew the kids were going to be yellow. I was sitting there waiting on my kids' color to come in. They where they going to be. They where they going to be. My mother said, stop waiting because, honey child, them kids going to be pale. That baby light-skinned. And her daddy is probably white-skinned. Is that why you so upset? Because I know you gave him money and he was just riding around in his car. Look at their lives, y'all. Look at their lives. The other little guy, wife, overseas, on private beach with, I showed Radio the picture. And he said, they Muslim? I said, I don't know, I think so. He was like, they not Muslim. They got tattoos everywhere and stuff. Stuff that's common knowledge. In the Muslim faith, the body is truly a temple, and it's rare. I don't think I've ever seen a Muslim person that's been a Muslim person from birth have be tatted up. I don't think I ever seen it. Maybe somebody else seen it. I ain't never seen it. that's like of Muslim faith, like from birth, like born into it and family Muslim. I don't think tattoo parlors is a big thing over in the Muslim faith country, but whatever. He was like, they ain't Muslim. And we just laughed. Ain't no way. Then you got this woman sitting there telling you that man can't work, but he can jump in a dumpster. He can't work, but he can jump in a dumpster. Ain't it a little bit, I mean, I'm fat, so getting in a dumpster is hard. You know, getting in there and getting back out, that's all upper body strength. Ain't that a little difficult to get in a dumpster and get back out? So how he can't, he using one arm, he one arming it like Tarzan? How is he getting in a dumpster and getting back out? I tell you what, Radio Kane told me he can't work because his wrist hurt. I'm gonna be like, if you can jump in the dumpster, you can work. Better jump ass in that job. Dumpster diver, that's like a 35-year-old Caucasian lady whose husband got a really good job. And they got a really good marriage type of career. That ain't no struggling minority family thing to do unless you absolutely have to. Like, have your job and then also go dumpster. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I follow a page on IG where they do dumpster finds and they rehab them and stuff, the furniture. And it be like $13 in material and they sell it for like $1,500. Because that's like a thing now to buy like retro furniture that somebody cleaned up for you and stuff. And then they pay like, a lot of people pay a lot of money on it on OfferUp and other places, right? Okay, I get that. But you can't be dumpster diving and then you sitting in the dark. Y'all, these poles. Hey, baby. Yeah, a side hustle. Only because, it's only a side hustle because she has main hustle job. Bills. You got main hustle bill. You can't, listen, I know like Steve Harvey was living in his car, right? And then look at him now. He stayed with it. He went rock bottom. But one thing Steve Harvey can tell you, and so can Tyler Perry, they didn't have no kids. Okay? Now, if you got a dream and a hustle and your wrist like this and you want to dumpster dive, and once you eat the whole world and ate for you, fine. But when you bring children into this world, you have an obligation to take care of your children. You are traumatizing your kids. I remember a song with Ghostface Killer talking about how poor he grew up. And he had to scrape roaches out the cereal so that him and his siblings could have cereal on Saturday morning. And that song came out, and I want to say I was grown. And I ain't gonna lie, when I sat, it's like All That I Have or whatever. When I sat there and listened to that, and I ain't dating myself, but it came out on single CD, and I sat and listened to that song, man, I ain't gonna lie, I cried. I like sat in my car as a full-grown bearded woman and boo-hoo thinking about little bitty kids having to go through their cereal and pull roaches out of their cereal so that they can have breakfast Saturday morning. And they mama taking a food stamp card and going to sell it for drugs, and how hard that life had to be. I woke up on Saturday morning to my mother cooking breakfast and if she was off, and balancing her checkbook and talking about something she couldn't find, like a measuring cup or something like that. I didn't have to pull roaches out of my cereal. I didn't have to be fearful of my parents taking their money and going spending on drugs. I didn't have to wake up and check to see if we had electricity. I didn't have to sniff my clothes before I put them on to go to school. And I'm not gonna allow my children or any of my grandchildren, if I have the power to do so, to go through that. We have an obligation as parents, and particularly as Black parents, we have an obligation to give these kids the best start possible. Give baby the best start possible. You start in utero by giving that baby the best environment to grow in. You start beforehand by picking the best father you can pick for your kids. The best husband you can have. If you find yourself spending more money on a baby shower than on a wedding, you're doing things wrong. if you got the baby shower and the wedding ain't even in a thought process, you're doing it wrong. You bringing this child into a world of struggle and a world of load, and you raise these kids and they grow up to become the blazes of the world that hate black people, and the polices of the world that hate black people, that hate to see black people make progress, that hate to see black people be good, that hate to see black people winning. Okay. Cookie, you're gonna have to go live, and you're gonna have to go live and come over and duel me, and then I can accept. But you gotta go to your page, go live, and then come over and duel me. Or you can do it tomorrow when we do the small business premiere. It's up to you, whichever way you want. So y'all know I always typically go over to IG. I really wasn't even gonna go live. I feel like this is so old and played out, and we've been talking about it. Man, what's the end game? It's been, for Blaze, what is he going on? 3 years? 2.5 years? Mr. Move said something. I was looking at one of the llama pages. Here I go. I'm looking at one of the llama pages. I was looking at one of the llama pages. And he said, prove it. Prove it. Prove it. You know, when you call somebody a predator, prove it. Everybody's a predator. Everybody's done something. Everybody's doing something. Everybody's touched somebody. This woman says she didn't even know she was touched or whatever, but she tell you she had a lifetime of it, right? All her life she been victimized. She talk about how she gonna jump on people and she ready to kick it off and set it off, but then she too weak to fight a woman that had brain cancer. I ain't gonna get into the I speak thing because he is a grown man, right? And he tall and husky. A woman that had brain cancer and had a stroke, like a little bit prior to that, and had gotten out the hospital. She told us she know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now you know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you couldn't flip closet talk up on her head. Now, let me say something about that I speak situation. You at a Airbnb. This man sees you and says, out of everybody here, I got to have you. So I'm going to come and attack you in the bathroom. And there's, at least that I know of, let's see, there's Closet, there's Cuban, there's Daewoo, and probably a couple other more people there. I'm going to attack you in the bathroom, and ain't none of these other women, several of them that have been victims themselves or survivors themselves, is going to stop me from attacking you in the bathroom right off the kitchen. I'm that bad that he probably was like one of the only men there. He that bad that he just gonna come and just do whatever to you a few feet off, where people probably coming in and out of the kitchen, getting drinks, whatever, whatnots. Girl, you was smitten with them people. You was smitten with them people. We've already dropped text messages showing you flirting back and forth, trying to meet up with them. So ironically, after Closet said, nah, I'm done, you good? After you done slept at the foot of this woman, but you slept at the foot of this woman's bed like your name was Scooby-Doo. That's like one of my behemoth dogs sleeping at the foot of my bed, getting up, going back to their doghouse and saying, she a predator. You slept at the foot of this woman's bed. I know a woman that was attacked and she dialed 911 when the attacker fell asleep. You slept at the foot of that woman's bed. You ate that woman's food. And all you do is you keep moving the goalpost and can't nobody stop it. You just keep pushing it further and further out. I speak went from, do I need to come back and straighten you out, to a full-fledged marching band came back there to snatch you up. But you know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu though. Do you hear yourself? Told y'all my baby is 2nd degree black belt in Taekwondo. I'm sure if I came hard at my little youngin', she flipped me up top my head. Brazilian you said you know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, child. and you was special forces in the Army. So you, what's his name? Liam Nielsen, whatever his name is, you got a special set of skills, but what you did, you forgot them? You forgot them? Because that's something that I know I watched in martial arts, is they teach you to remain calm and to react to the threat. So you forgot them all of a sudden. And then when somebody come and question your story, they're a predator, you yell, scream, and then y'all dox them. You went over to King's Live and said you needed a safe space to get your story out, but y'all sit on live 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, getting your story out. Soon as Blaze let Taya Ifakimi into his box and they squashing stuff, you come over there and you bitch the hell out of Blaze. Then that wasn't enough. You try to rage for him, and I just don't feel hey, off camera. So you was like, how you an advocate? Advocates create safe spaces for people when needed. If you can't even commandeer your own safe space within your own circle, how the hell you stepping out asking extra people to create space for you? How you gonna walk over to your neighbor's house and say, I'm gonna sit on your couch and you gonna run your house the way I say so that I can be comfortable? We need to do better. Black men don't owe us no safe space. Nobody owes you a safe space. You are an adult and you are responsible for your own safe space. You taught me, closet, all of the llamas, all of the foe, all of the checker hole, the pride, what's the other people? Wait a minute, I'm leaving somebody out. The eye speakers, King's Court. You taught everybody on TikTok and old black, smoky, ugly, disgusting TikTok a valuable lesson. Don't trust the hoe that sleep at the foot of your bed. These hoes ain't loyal. Anyway, y'all. The pushers, the King's Court, the eye speakers, all of these guys, everybody that see this story, y'all need to understand that somebody will come sleep at the foot of your bed. They will come and eat your food. They will talk to your family. They will smile in your face and go home. And when it suits them to chase clout, they'll accuse you of sexual assault. They'll change the story 11,000 times. Look at the video pinned on my page that they tried to take down. They reported that video, I don't know how many times, trying to take it down, of her changing her story. And at the end, I love that part. A sexual assault, Shalom B. She cooked this up in her head. And she has an understudy now. And it's I Creep, the infamous llama I Creep, that don't know if she want to be a CAPPA llama, a no cries on ball uterus llama. She don't know what she want to be. She's all over the place, but she the infamous llama I Creep. That little girl done got doxxed. Her family done got doxxed. And at no time did this woman ever insert herself. She even got a full leg tattoo with that saying, check the oppressor within. Check the oppressor within. Okay. She got to go live. She has to go live, and then she's my friend, so she'll pop up and host a live with others at the top. So she got to go back to her page, and she has to go live, and then she can come in dual live. Cause I can only add hosts, cause I wild out, and I can't have no. Cause she my friend, so she'll pop up at the top. Tell her, go back, Cookie, go back to your page, go live, and then come over. Go live, and then look at hosts. And I should be up there at the top, because I'm live. And then if that don't work, then I can get you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm on punishment, because I ran my mouth. So, not to hold y'all too long over here. Let me kick this knowledge real quick. And then I'll go to IG. I'm still not going to do all that loud dragging, but I got some funny stuff to say. Okay. So I see official King Jonty is live. Oh, it might not let you do it because mine is grayed out. Oh, shoot. Okay, can she come over to IG? Can you come over to IG? She has to work tomorrow, so she can't do it tomorrow. Can you come over to IG and then I'll put you in a box in IG so you can do it? It's the same thing, same type of. I'll be going live on Cutie Power 1 or CAPPA 1. Wilt Chamberlain, pretty known as the Big Dipper. He said everybody pulls for David, nobody roots for Goliath. What police is doing, what this mean, everybody pulls for David, nobody roots for Goliath. Police have utilized the underdog complex in people's mind that she's the underdog. That's why they keep driving home these big creators, these big creators, these big creators, these big creators, because they want you to think that they fighting this noble cause for SA. Not once did she ever go to the police. And then she yells, no, they refuse to take my statement. Well, honey, you can't file no police report in whichever Carolina she live in. You would have had to do that in LA or Las Vegas, where the crime occurred, honey. LA or Las Vegas. You can't go and involve a whole different jurisdiction unless the crime ended in that jurisdiction. So like if you had got trafficked from LA to Vegas and then you got away in South Carolina and got to a cop, then yeah, of course, because then they're going to backtrack through all those other jurisdictions. You can't go to your local PD and you flew from whatever Carolina you live in all the way to Vegas and all the way to Los Angeles, slept at the foot of the perpetrator's bed, ate their food, hung out with them for a couple of days, flew home, flew back, met one of the same people again and then some other people, say all this happened to you, went all the way past any police department. You had cell phones, didn't never crossed your mind, huh? The grand plan was for you to travel all the way back home and get on TikTok months later. Matter of fact, on Closet Talk's birthday, you went live on her birthday and told all of TikTok, not all of TikTok, 1 millionth of TikTok, that this woman attacked you. And then I Speak had done absolutely nothing to you because we got it in 4K. But now, way down the road, it's everybody did everything to you. And your special forces that know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I need to know who your instructor is, and I need to talk to a Brazilian person because I need to understand how you know a very damaging martial art, a very good martial art. Because I be playing with Eddie Gordo. Is it Eddie Gordo on where he be doing a little... you know the one that they say you can't ever pick Eddie? I always forget. So... Eddie will sweep you off your feet. Eddie ain't no judge. That's why I say you can't play, because you can literally hit any button and Eddie gonna beat his opponent, right? So my other go-to is Brian Fury. So anyway, you couldn't Brian Fury Closet Talk. You couldn't and punch on the. I'm saying no scratches, no bruises, nothing. And then you didn't go to the police department. There, you go all the way back to whatever South Carolina, whatever Carolina you live in, your kook, and you sit there on TikTok and seek justice. We supposed to believe you? Then you say you don't owe us no explanation. Then why'd you bring it to us? Us got questions, sis. Then when us ask you questions, you scream, you yell, you throw people out the box, you threaten them, you've been running around telling people to go hurt these people, these two people. The FBI come to your crib. What time is it? It's okay, it's 8:20, it's still a little early. You say the FBI, what did you say? You said that old black, smoky, ugly, disgusting TikTok went and found two little thin, fit white women to come out to your crib in broad daylight and play FBI. What actor can you hire and tell them, I want y'all to go over there, y'all, go over there to that person's house, knock on their door, y'all, that's the plan, y'all, we gonna do that, y'all, knock on their door, tell them you the FBI, tell them stop threatening people because they can be found to be criminally liable, y'all, that's a plan, that's a good plan. Girl, really? Who got the skinny, fit white woman connection? Because I need some new credit and I need somebody to go and pretend to be me when they go to the bank and for job interviews. Who got that connect so I can hire them and they can be me? Go, girl, go interview. We all gonna be surprised on the first day of work when my black ass show up and not Elizabeth or whatever them people name was. Girl, did you really say that old black smoky disgusting TikTok hired two little fit white women to come to your crib and pretend to be the FBI when you could have stood right there and called the police on them and got them taken in custody? Because that's a felony. Pretending to be any law enforcement agent is a felony. You did that. And you so bananas, that brain so riddled with chlamydia that you believe that. You believe that. Like you told your people that and you believe that. We hired, because I'm part of old black, smoky, ugly, disgusting TikTok, that we hired somebody to come and play and goof around at your house. Because what FBI agent carry a doggone purse? Her badge and her service weapon was in that purse because traditionally, women's suit pants do not even come. And they didn't have on suits, they had on casual clothes. A lot of women's suit pants don't have no pockets. They want our stuff to look sleek. So they are allowed to carry a satchel. You think if they had warrants or whatever, they wouldn't have a briefcase? The FBI are known to have briefcases and satchels. That's where they get the paperwork out of to come and hit you with 193 charges or whatever foolishness that I'm going to tell you, go on ahead, dog. They got you 193 times. How many times do they have you on the internet threatening to hurt or unalive somebody because you're not getting your way? So, if those two little very fit white women come back, they got to come back to you. Go ahead and kiss that baby, them kids, and that really dark-skinned man that's that really light-skinned baby's daddy. Goodbye. Because when they come back again, they're going to have that briefcase with them. And you're going with them. And then you can tell them that you know they're an industry plant from old black smoky TikTok. Oh my gosh, my family is cooking and I hear the fire alarm. All right. This is a long one. Y'all like them long ones. Y'all know I don't be reading that good. Let me read Pierce County. Mob drives Negroes out, and then we are going to go over to IG so I can be funny because I got to be too censored on TikTok. Cookie, come over to IG. You getting in first. I am not. No, it's not time to eat, and now holy sure I want whatever it is that they set the alarm off with. Chicago Record Herald, August 21st, 1901. Y'all, we just this much into this book. You got that much to go. I'm gonna have to start reading y'all 2 or 3 stories. Pierce City mob drives Negroes out, burn homes. Pierce City, Missouri. Pierce City, Missouri, August 20th. With the exception of a few car porters who are known to be respectable, there is not a Negro in this town. For 15 hours, an armed and furious mob coursed through the streets, chasing away every Negro. The homes of 5 Negroes were burned, and in one of them, Peter Hamilton, age 71 and feeble, was cremated as he was unable to escape. That's the term they use when you're back in the day when you was physically feeble. So if they said feeble-minded, then that was when you had cognitive, and then feeble was when they was frail, couldn't get around and ambulate very well. Beginning Sunday afternoon, when the mangled remains of Miss Gazelle Wild were discovered in a ravine where she had been unalived while struggling with a Negro assailant. This community has been in a terrible fever. Hold on, y'all. I smell wood burning. I'll be right back. Why I smell wood burning? Hello? Hey, why I smell wood burning? Wood. Okay, I really don't want to be homeless though. Can we not? Hello? Can we not make mom homeless if possible? And if y'all gonna burn the house down, make sure you come get me, because I'm back here. My wrist hurt, so I won't be able to dive out the window. That seemed to be a thing. Okay, sorry y'all. They burning potatoes. So, all right. Beginning Sunday afternoon, when the mangled remains of Miss Gazelle Wild was discovered in a ravine where she had been murdered while struggling with the Negro assailant. Who seen it? You ain't stop it? Okay, whatever, child, whatever. This community has been in a terrible fever. Yesterday, Will Godley, a suspect, was arrested, and last night he was lynched. His grandfather, French Godley, was shot and unalived. Eugene Carter, alias Barrett, also a suspect, was strung up until he confessed and may die from his injuries. A boy was fatally injured by a stray bullet during the raid upon the Negro quarters last night, and the mob is thirsting to get his hands upon 2 other Negroes suspected of complicity in the unaliving. If caught, they will surely be lynched. So, before I go to this next page, here's a whole nother next page. So my question would be, this man was seen assailing a white woman in 1901, and nobody intervened. Nobody intervened. You just rolled by on your horse and buggy and seen a black man beating up a little frail white woman and ravishing her, and you ain't intervened. You went home and ate your cornbread and played folk music or whatever. See what I'm saying? Like, it's so apparent. Hey, that's why I'm telling you, I'm reading this because this stuff with police and them is so apparent. This stuff is so apparent. The story is glaring. If you seen a woman being assailed, why in the world wouldn't you stop it? From anybody, right? After the lynching of Godley last night, it was thought the excitement would die down, but instead it became more intense. In as much as the impression grew that Godley was not the real culprit. Oh, you see how that wasn't supposed to look like that? So you went and you hurt this man and his dad, and he wasn't the real culprit. So now let's get some more people. Oh, all the white folks in 1901 was so creative. Early this morning, the mob broke into an arsenal of the local militia company, secured the rifles and ammunition, and started out to clear Pierce City of all Negroes. The work was thoroughly done. The work was thoroughly done. Thoroughly done. Wow. Like how you cleared that field. You did a thorough job. Just get the trash out of here. Hide the money, y'all. Black folk around. The terrified blacks, bullets whistling about their ears and in some instances finding lodgment in their bodies, fled to the woods in nearby towns where they are being hidden by friends. This afternoon, partial quiet was restored, but this fact is due to the lack of Negroes to shoot upon. Citizens mindful of several hideous crimes against women hereabouts in recent years have decreed that no Negro can hereafter live in Pierce City or pass through the place on pain of death. This may necessitate a complete change in the car porter system of 4 railroads centering near here. New elements in the unaliving of Miss Wilde developed today. It appears she started home from church alone, her brother lingering behind. About 1 mile from town, her brother found her with her throat slit, lying lifeless near a culvert, under which her assailant had attempted to drag her. Evidence of a terrible struggle was shown. So he hung around later. It was a very violent encounter. The lady was unalived and dragged partially underneath. I wonder who did that. A copper-colored Negro was seen on the bridge a short time before the tragedy occurred. It is supposed that the Negro sprang upon her when she was passing and attempted to force her beneath the bridge. She fought with such desperation that he could not accomplish his purpose, and he cut her throat in the struggle. Her body was not violated. Monday, bloodhounds was taken to the scene, and the girl's bloody handkerchief was laid before them. They immediately caught the trail and ran at full speed to the home of Joe Lark, where on being admitted, rushed into his bedroom and sprang upon the bed. It is believed that the man under arrest at Tulsa, IT, who boarded with Lark, the Springfield suspect, slept upon the bed. Every racist is so creative. This is the ridiculousness of it all, y'all. It's just, whoa. That's how they did us, man. We focusing on that, but it was plenty of just women in general that was also not necessarily unalive, but grossly mistreated as well. And kids, we ain't even gonna talk about the kids from that era. That was even worse, how they treated kids. But just the unaliving a book of 100 years of unaliving of black people. It's just ridiculous. The reasoning, boy. People don't need a reason to be cruel. Everybody keep asking why is Blazing Police are doing this. People don't need a reason to be cruel. People don't need a reason to be cruel. People don't need a reason to be mentally ill. People don't need an excuse to be mentally ill. But I say that with caution because mentally ill people is not necessarily doing the stuff that these people are doing. It's easy for us to pile that on to the mentally ill, the people that work to get through their life and not have all these issues going on in their life and they don't present threats like this. No, we're not just going to put that on mentally ill people. That's wrong. No, it's not just mental. It's not mental illness. These people are whack. They bananas, and they're our own creation. Everybody, including myself, that platformed these people up and gave them a voice to say the things that they said or did the things that they did, or we went back and forth and gave them more views. We are these people content. And as long as we continue to sit here and fight with them and make them a priority in our lives, which they not really in mine, but they causing me to miss big things, we're going to forever be in them a fight. Man, these people they not gonna stop. You know how they gonna stop? Is if they're made to stop. When them 2 little FBI agents come back and pay your girl another visit. When your boy homeless and gotta charge his battery at McDonald's and he can't sit there and go live with a green screen. That's when they gonna stop. That's when they gonna stop. He got called out. Mr. Move said, come on, run that over here to Jersey. I told that fool to pull up. Go ahead. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What's going to be is going to be. But get off the internet doing the stuff that you're doing and be a man. Take care of your family, man. Your wife had to tell us that you have a cognitive deficit, which is the nicest way I can say that. Your wife had to get online and say that you have a cognitive deficit. And if we engage you, that cognitive deficit is going to cause us to continually go round and round and round and round with you. I ain't seen not one spouse on old black smoky ugly disgusting TikTok in ever get on TikTok or IG and say, you know that my spouse have a cognitive deficit. They are SLOW and the R word. And that spouse that say that have a child living with cognitive deficits. Blaze, are you going to go to big creators and ask them to let you platform up so that you can cam up about your wife saying that you have a cognitive deficit and she is the mother of a child that have a cognitive deficit? Blaze, is your wife a predator? She said what she said. All right, y'all. Well, cognitive deficit it's a more clinical word than it's a nicer word, sounds more clinical. It sounds more better suited for an audience of parents that have children and family members that's living with different abilities. So that's the other way to say that, differently able. I don't like that because it feel real ableist. And last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna jump over to IG in a few minutes. Somebody put, I need y'all to put a poll in there and show that I can be over on IG on either Cutie Power 1 or Capalamo 1. I don't know, whichever one do right when I get over there. Let me say this real quick. Black women, stop going into people's spaces and asking for them to create a safe space. You cannot walk over to somebody else's house and make and force your way into a safe space in somebody else's space. Because what you're doing when you do that is you are creating and allowing men in our community and other people in our community, our large community, to be perpetually victimized by this I'm triggered safe space nonsense. And the reason why I say it's nonsense is because when you come on social media, there's absolutely no way to guarantee what you will encounter. There's no way to guarantee if my trigger is seeing the color yellow and I go into somebody live and they stand up and they got a yellow chair. Well, now I'm triggered, right? There was no way to guarantee that I would never see the color yellow while I'm online. So why would you come online in all of those vulnerabilities and come over to somebody else that owe you absolutely nothing? Because just because they're a black man or a person or another human, they don't owe you anything. You owe it to yourself to create your own safe space. Now, if that same person is coming over to your space in your life and they're accosting you and they're going off on you and they're fighting with you and they coming in and holding up yellow lighters in your live and they know that that's something that bothers you, then yes, you have the right to defend yourself. I will never tell anybody that they do not have the right to defend themselves. However, offense and defense is two different things. And when you go over to somebody else's space, they have to give less of themselves to give more to you. You can't go over to somebody live that's talking about Grand Theft Auto and talking about, I want to talk about my essay. Do you know how crazy you look? Do you know how crazy you look? So the next time that person see black woman coming over and say, well, what y'all talking about? Guess what? They don't want them there. They don't want us there. You are essentially eliminating our spaces that we can access by you trying to force people to allow you to access their space the way you want to access it. If you so damn triggered, get your triggered ass off TikTok and take your triggered ass and get in your triggered car and go to a counselor and talk about your doggone triggers. Talk about your problems with a professional. Get off TikTok and quit using people on TikTok as your mental health counselors. These people are ill-equipped to deal with you and your massive amount of trauma that you're bringing. And this is not for every black woman, because not every black woman does this. I have sat in spaces with people, black women in there. I'm listening to them. They in there entertaining, laughing, and joking. It's not every doggone black woman. And this hasn't happened to every black man. But what I'm saying is, me as a black woman, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, you shouldn't have had your black ass over there. You want to create you a safe space, go to your live, go to your live and create your safe space. And then if that man come off of his live talking about anime and come over to your live and attack you, I will stand 10 toes down with you. You shouldn't have done that. They was over there in their area vibing. You can only create your own table. You cannot demand a spot at somebody else's table, nor will they give it to you. So you want a table like that? Then let's build a table like that. Let's build a space like that. You want to do gaming and essay? I ain't gonna watch that trash. But you want to do gaming and essay? Then do gaming and essay. Do your nails while talking about problems in the world. Do that. But don't come over to some other person's live and expect them to make room for you, using your black skin as a passport. And then when they don't agree with you or they don't rock with you, then you turn around and you dox them. And now you create a dangerous person out here for women that look like me. Now you have an angry person out here for women, daughters and mothers and grandmothers that look like me. Now you have an angry person out here that's going to sit on a jury and hear a woman say she got SA. And they know they just got cursed out and called a predator on TikTok. You create the monsters that you place under other women's beds. When you take your raggedy bald head self into spaces you don't belong in. You can run to somebody live on TikTok while you can't run to a counselor and sort through that cobweb that's rolling around up in your head. These men are in our community. These men are married to other women that look like us. Maybe TikTok is their escape from whatever. And here you come trauma dumping and trauma forming and rage forming. Maybe that man might have voted in a jury that the person was guilty. But because he met you and you brought all that trauma to him and dumped it on him, he might think twice. Maybe he heard your story on TikTok and all it takes is reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Maybe he sit there and he's just like, maybe. Maybe this one of them police stories. Your actions are hurting other survivors out here. But you want to be famous by any means necessary. And on the final level of this bullshit, you're going to have to face what you did to all these people on TikTok. You're going to have to pay for every single thing you've ever done on TikTok. I ain't talking about no deity. I ain't talking about no heaven or hell. But I do believe that before you close your eyes and depart this earth, you are going to pay. for everything you've done. Everybody you've hurt, everybody you've attacked, everybody you've sent your minions after, every page you've taken down, all of it. All the tears these people have cried while you sat back and attacked them. All the people that were actually hurt when they were kids and they were younger, and you turned around and called them a predator, and you messed up they mental. All the DMs I answer for people that's triggered, all the phone calls I've taken from people that's been triggered and hurt by you rage forming and constantly selling this story online, all of that will be yours to deal with. You will bear that cross when it's time for you to depart this earth, or sooner. I mean, how the Bible say that? The sins of the parents are revisited on the children, or sooner. I'm going to take your kids out. I'm going to take everybody out. I get a phone call and it's up over Polisa, over Tanya. It's up, all the threats, all the sleepless nights these people have had for you sitting online all day saying that they hurt you. And then you cry. Out of all the stuff you did, what made you cry? Because a girl told you you was too ugly to be assaulted. That made you upset. It was hot. That girl said you was she called you a booger wolf. She didn't say you was too ugly to be assaulted, because looks have nothing to do with assault in any form, whether it be physical assault, emotional assault, it don't matter. Okay? The girl called you a booger wolf, and that made you upset. Y'all listen. Why did that make her upset? Because remember, this woman sells sex. She sells her looks. She wants to be an actress. She wants to be a rapper. She wants to be Glorilla. She old though. Girl, you too old to be Glorilla. You ain't got it. Man, if you ain't made it by 29, she wants to be Cardi B. Y'all, she wants to be the next rapper. Baby, Polisa, you look like Lil Wayne, dog. You ain't. I ain't saying you too ugly. I'm saying you look hard on the ass, dog. You look hard now. Hey, I'm the CAPPA. I'm going to tell you the truth. Even though cap mean a lie, I'm going to tell you the truth. You a little rough on the eyes, dog. Like, you ain't just finna tell me that everybody that synced you want you. Okay? You just told everybody that synced you want you. Like, and to the point where they willing to risk their freedom. Like, ma'am, I watched you take a dump online, wash your hands with no soap, and wipe your hands on your curtain. Like, I know it smelled like a toxic dump site down there. I'm just not feeling you. I'm sorry, you just not that girl. Like, you literally think you like Helen of Troy or Cleopatra or somebody. You really think you just out there in these streets just your pheromone level just crazy, right? Like, people, like, everybody just want you. Like, I like you and I want you. Really, girl? Really? I watched you take a dump and put water on your hands and then wipe your hands on a curtain. Okay? You're gross. I don't see people piling up at your door. I don't see no paparazzi chasing you around. You ain't Princess Di, baby. This ain't Wakanda. Okay, this is real life. This ain't this real life. This man met you, knew you for 5 minutes, and just had to have you. Girl, now you know the old black women on TikTok. You knew we was gonna drag you. I asked you why you ain't go to the police. What you told me on my Cutie Power 1 page? I'm going to the police on black baby. But then when the fake FBI people was at your house, you said they refused to take my report. Y'all ain't see that? Because that was her first thing, is I don't go to the police on black people. Then I don't go to the police because they don't do nothing for survivors. Then I don't go to the police because I'm goofy and just ain't gonna do it. But I'm gonna go to NCIS, I'm gonna go to the FBI, I'm gonna file IC3s, I'm gonna do all this other stuff. I'm gonna drive all the way to the police department, have these people drive all these hours down to come meet me, and then get up and walk out because they won't let me film. Even though they filming, they won't let me film. Even though I could have sat there with my phone running and not opened my mouth about it being recorded. How many people then had a recording running in their background, or somebody voicemailing and pick up part of your conversation in your room or your house or whatever? You ain't had to say nothing. You could have literally hit record on your phone, put something over it and set it down, and that thing would have kept running and recording till your battery died or you walked out of there and stopped it. I'm not saying to do that because that's illegal, but I'm saying no, you did every excuse so that you didn't have to file a police report. Because you know once you filed that report, you on paper. You know you ain't never gonna take this to no police, child. Because if that was the case, when they did it, you wouldn't have been trying to meet back with them, and you'd have picked your phone up and been like, somebody touch my peppies, I'm not finna like fly all the way across the world to go and try to do something about it. Then I'm gonna do something about it while I'm in their face. First. Second, if it's something that I need to go to the police for, because flirting and being strong about it ain't enough to try to get me to get you locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. But I don't define your situation, right? Let's roll with it and say that you felt so whatever that you had to go to the police. Why did you go sleep at the perpetrator's house for 3 days? Why you go sleep at the perpetrator's house? Wouldn't you? Why you ain't had no phone? Did she take your phone? That's gonna be the next story. She took all your junk in your phone. You wasn't so uncomfortable. You ain't asked, hey, can I sleep in this guest room you made up for me? You came and slept like Scooby-Doo at the foot of that woman's bed. You slept at the foot. You big. How you sleep at the foot of that woman? What kind of bed she got? California King or something? Cause how you slewed up at the foot of the bed? You slept at the foot of the bed like an old faithful pet, like old Yeller. And then now when she said I don't want to deal with you, you're whack. Now she ring you. Why she ain't do it in the bed? That'd have been like even more better. Cause then it's just you and her and her family. What else was she gonna do on the casino floor? I done been to Vegas a couple times. You get out of Vegas, boy, you know you balling. You cannot play in Vegas. When them flights say they finna leave, baby, they will leave you. I done been to Vegas a few times. I'm gonna tell you, and I live near casinos. I'm gonna tell you something that they don't play on the casino floor. That shit. They don't play that on the casino floor. Period. They will throw you on top the inside of your brain outside. Like big old men that you ain't even know was there will come and snatch you and throw you outside the casino. I seen it happen. You get too wild, you get too drunk, you get too loud, you get too anything. Because they say you messing up other people's gaming experience. They will throw you on the top of the inside of your brain outside, and the police ain't gonna do nothing about it. Be like, you can't go there no more. Matter of fact, you go on a do not enter their list. If they gotta throw you out, they block you. Girl, who you lying to? So that woman was doing all of that, and you ain't let out a yelp or scream or nothing, and you told everybody you wasn't drinking. And we got you, matter of fact, Llamas re-dropped the whole partying and drinking video again. With the white man kissing all up on her and stuff like that. She don't like crackles. All that. Redraw. Everything she said is a lie. So since she's such a liar, when she called y'all and us predators, the truth ain't in her. Her calling you a predator and that Pinky told that she lose every couple of months. You're talking about a woman that had to take out a loan to go get a pedicure. You're talking about a woman that's telling people she got a congressional investigation going on into her hoo-ha. Now y'all seen TikTok and that little hot Asian guy and his congressional investigation, but you can't turn nothing on and not see that little guy explaining how TikTok be messing with black folk and everything else and lying. And he a good liar too. He lied with a straight ass face. Now that's a psychopath. He was like, yeah, and there's more to that algorithm than hurting black people and people of color and minorities and LGBTQ. No, we don't suppress anybody, a lying bastard. They probably gonna drop my live because I'm talking about them. They like, oh, you said something about Mr. Shoe or whatever his name is. She got a congressional investigation, y'all. Wouldn't we have heard about some congressional person wanting to hear about her saggy crunch and munch slipping and sliding all the way from Vegas to Los Angeles two different times? The first time she went, and then she said all of this happened, and then the second time, I think it might have been the third time. I don't know, because I can't never keep the story straight, so don't blame me, because I'm by proxy in this, because child, let me tell you some girl, you so doggone crazy. Baby, I don't even want to drive down the road you done been on for fear you gonna say CAPPA SA, man. You would have to sign an NDA to be, oh, here you go, CAPPA industry plant. You would have to sign an NDA, baby, and I would have cameras planted in every portion of anything that got anything to do with me and you. Girl, I don't trust you. I wouldn't let you be around me. I wouldn't let you be around my family. I wouldn't let you be around that stray cat we took in. I don't trust nothing about you. And the most dangerous invention of any society is a motherfucker that ain't got nothing to lose. This girl sat up there and said, if I cost y'all money and productivity or whatever, just sue me. What you gonna sue me for? I ain't got nothing. She literally said, what you gonna do about me running around lying on you? I don't have nothing. Because she knows civilly she can't go to jail if they sue her civilly unless they put some type of clause in there that she will be in contempt of court for saying their name or levying these allegations again or something like that. And that would be up to the judge to allow that to be part of a civil suit. Because that's civil and criminal. This is a very scary thing. Think about it. She got all them women over there that's in your community that could be dating your brother, that could be dating your sister, that could be around your family member at their job, talking about verbal, virtual, what was it, physical, verbal, virtual essay. And then she said, they ain't nobody got to touch you to essay you. So we supposed to throw a man and a woman in jail for what, up to 10, 12, 15 years? Because they said something verbally to you. The only time you can be going back on some verbal stuff if you convey a threat and it's a valid threat and the police think that you really are going to try to do whatever you said, or if you in the workplace. You have no recourse to come back when somebody just say some stuff for real, unless they threatening you. At no time did you even say that man put his hands on you. And we got video of you groping Closet Talk 101. Leaning all on her, putting your breasts all on her and doing all kind of crazy stuff. So if what's good for the goose is good for the gander, because Closet looked so uncomfortable in that video, technically you essayed her first. You touched her in a manner that she didn't want to be touched in. You essayed her. Llamas, run the video back again so she can see how she acted. Girl, just rubbing all on her, grabbing her. Come on now. Look what you did. But because neither one of these people, and then you told Cuban, you gonna tell this woman she was SA, right? Same whack story you told all of us. You told us that story, and you shouldn't have told that story because that was her story to tell. How many people gotta hear this to understand the banality of what we're dealing with? She tell this lie so much and tell this story so much because it's a lie, so she has nothing burned into her brain about it. She has to make it up. That's why she has those inconsistencies in her story. Not, I remember he smelled like cigarettes, or I remember he had on gray shorts and they weren't dark blue or white. Not I remembered this. Like, she added whole portions to her story. The man went from literally not even being in the room to coming to get her, and she had to fight. She had to do some of that on him to get away. The story morphed from the man said, do I need to come back there and straighten you out, to the man came back there and was about to choke her. But that wasn't what she was going to tell everybody. What she was going to tell everybody is that that man was going to expose himself to her. That he tried to expose himself to her. They test around their story. Narcissists and liars test around their story. They'll start with a little bitty part of the story, and they'll build up on it like a beehive. They'll keep building on it, till by the time that story get to you, 8,000 times later, you hear it. It ain't nothing like. Period. Like, literally, she sat down and obsessed over these people, like obsessive people are, like she and Blaze is, and built this whole thing out of her head. And I think the poor thing believed that stuff really happened. And then she said she was a victim of childhood SA, right? But then just a couple of years ago, she was on Facebook talking about everybody that cry and scream SA haven't been SA'd, and you need to look into it. I don't know a childhood victim of something that atrocious would ever say anything like that and ever denigrate other survivors. Like, there's survivors that can see that post, but you said it anyway. So is all them people sitting up in your live saying that they are survivors? Are they lying too? Since not everybody that says they're a survivor is truly a survivor. And how do we differentiate between who's the real survivor and who's not? I'm calling everything into question about you. You lied and said you was married to that man and turned around and said he was your baby daddy. Now he's your living boyfriend. Your child is blaze colored when he come online with all them filters. Your child is yellow. The man is dark. You dark. You want to talk about step? You want to talk about my life? Can't talk about my life. Everything under one roof is what I was told. Architecture 101. Everything under one roof. All roofs connected. Access to all buildings. Water take the least restrictive route. Bill for water damage. Women like their kitchens to face a certain way. It make them happier. And apparently liars like to accuse vulnerable people on the internet of rape because they like their gifts a certain way. Bitch, you a dog. You a doggo. This will be the last time that I address y'all, other than my dragging over on IG, because you know I'm gonna drag you, because I just got to. I went live, so now I gotta drag you. Petty roll baby. Little petty roll baby. Y'all get this petty roll. You did the right thing by going to your parents. When my baby came and told me she felt like she was a boy or girl, and she was non-binary, my big oopy doopy stupid self had to say, child, what is that? Because I thought she had like a ringworm or something. Like, well, girl, what's that? Wait, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? And she explained it to me. And that's like a badge of honor that circumstances gave me a special child to love and be awesome and be amazing, because she's artistic, she's kind, she's sweet, she's caring. She bought me this today, and she thinks it's a llama. It's a sheep. But I don't care. I don't care. She bought me this today. She was like, it's a sheep, y'all. This is a llama. The llama ears are at the top, right? Llama ears are up here. See? Llama ears are always up top because they got big old long ears, so they bring them up. And the sheep ears and lambs are to the side. So but I don't care. I ain't gonna tell it it's not a llama. I took it and put it with my other, you know. So special, awesome parents are given special children. And you always trust and love your parents. Most importantly, no matter how you feel about yourself, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are magical. And it doesn't matter what other people do to you. It really only matters what you do to yourself. You love yourself. And no matter what nobody say, no matter which way you choose to go or how you choose to go, that way, we still gonna rock with you. Your people gonna rock with you regardless, and your mama and your daddy is your people and your siblings. That's what matter. Be good to yourself and be good to them. Okay? All right, y'all. Give me about 15 minutes because I gotta pee and find a curtain to wipe my hands on. Okay? And don't go tell my kid that ain't no damn llama. I told her, I was like, it's so cute. Look, even the fur ain't the same, y'all. I was like, it's so cute. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. I was like, well, at least she thought about my black ass, right? All right, Cutie Pie 1. It's a Shima. What the hell is a Shima? A llama, a sheep llama. Child, I'm like, what's a Shima? I had too much beer and it's too hot in this room to be playing with y'all now. Okay, so I'm gonna go over on Cutie Pie 1. I'm just gonna do one session. And then I'm gonna go because I want to play my game and do other shit.